She has several of them that I recall from mostly automobiles. I'm not sure which one is the funniest, but I think maybe it would be when she had just bought her car. When she drove to school, it wouldn't turn off. So she called me and I had to go pick her up, and we brought the car home.
But I would have to say all-time favorite is when we were doing Kills Primer at your house, and everybody was buzzing off the primer, and Lindsay and I were painting her room, although every time Lindsay went to fill her roller head with the paint, she would get the paint on it and then come back and she'd almost touch the wall, talk to me for about 5 minutes, and then she'd go back and get the roller head again with paint, come back, almost touch the wall, talk to me, and she did that the entire night until we went in and saw Brandon's dad singing How Great Is Our God at the top of his lungs in the room. So that's got to be an all-time favorite memory of Lindsay.
Kind of tough. I've got a lot of favorite memories of Lindsay. Probably the one that stands out the most is the day she got married to Brandon. I've never seen her so happy, and she just had a glow about her that I've never seen before in my life, and just the contentment and the love that she showed was just amazing, and I'll never forget that day.
I have many memories of Lindsay, mostly obviously when we were kids. She had a huge collection of trolls, and every day would rearrange and line them up on the shelves, all of her trolls. Straighten their hair, combing their hair, but she had a million trolls she loved to play with. Most recently, I remember a good memory I have of her is when we took Connor to the zoo for his preschool trip, and she kept looking for the "You Are Here" sign on the paper map that we were carrying, and we still laugh about that.
I can't just name one favorite memory of Lindsay. I have a few, but getting Blue Moon ice cream and her hanging out outside the window of her car and it all going out on the side of her car, and then us not washing it off and then getting yelled at by her dad in the morning because it was stuck, like glued to her car. And 3, and probably one of my all-time favorites, is when she wore 2 different shoes out when we went out for New Year's Eve. All-time favorite for sure.
My favorite memory of Lindsay, it can't be summed up into one memory because all of my memories with Lindsay are wonderful, and I think that the most fun we have is when we are able to have a glass of wine and cook a wonderful dinner and have great conversation, and so anytime we get to do that is really my favorite. And you know, I've said this before to her, but she's like chicken noodle soup to the soul, okay? So, you know, when you just have that really good conversation and you just feel like, man, I feel better. That's what Lindsay does for me.
My favorite memory about Lindsay is James Bond, and that's all I'm at liberty to say.
One thing that I admire and respect about Lindsay is that she's extremely selfless. Just always going above and beyond to do things for her friends. And one thing like that really sticks out is probably a couple years ago when I had a softball game, she brought like a cooler of water and drinks and snacks for me. She just always does little stuff like that that I just absolutely love. I mean, there's a million things, but that's definitely my most favorite thing about her.
Be her passion.
It's a passion.
Passion for people.
Is her passion.
My favorite thing about Lindsay is her passion towards everything. She's very passionate. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, you could be in an argument with her and she's passionate about being right. Or, you know, something, you know, as far as like our past goes, you know, she was very passionate about protecting me and wanting the best for me. And her just amount of passion towards other people and wanting the best for them and wanting to see Christ in everything, I would say that's definitely one of my favorite things about her.
My favorite attribute of Lindsay is probably her loyalty and her empathy. I really feel like she's always got my back. I feel like she'd be one of those people to like, you know, come go fight somebody for me, which is a good attribute. So
My favorite attribute about Lindsay would definitely be her ability to find the joy in the simple things in life. She's always been able to take something that may be messy, or the kids being crazy, or situations, and spin them around and to see the blessing and the beauty in them.
My favorite thing about Lindsay is her hats. I mean, she just looks really sexy in a hat. That's all there is to it.
My favorite attribute about Lindsay is just her fun-loving personality. She is just always up for a good time, and I really like that we like to cook and wine and drink together, and we just always have a lot of fun when we're together. And even if a lot of time goes by when we can't hang out, we just pick up right where we left off, and I just like hanging out with her because we always have a good time together.
What I love about Lindsay is she shows compassion a lot. She shows a lot of compassion with her family. I can appreciate that. With the kids. That's it. That's really it.
Her big accomplishment was from where she had been to where she is. She was quite a ornery girl, and just to see what from where she was at to where she is now, and just how she's blossomed with life.
What I've seen Lindsay accomplish most, I guess it's something that's still in process, but Lindsay has really accomplished, or is accomplishing, knowing who she is and what she wants. If anyone I know knows who they are, it's definitely Lindsay.
Her shyness when she was a very little girl, she was so shy, she wouldn't talk to anybody. You couldn't bribe her with candy. She was just very, very awkward and not sure of herself. And she's just grown to be such a confident, strong woman that feels like she can do anything.
Something that I've seen Lindsay overcome or accomplish, of course motherhood, she does it so gracefully, but I think motherhood is a lot of women do that, and a lot of women can say that they've done that, but I think more importantly, Lindsay has learned just how to be a strong woman for herself and for her family. She's learned how to have balance, and she's constantly striving to fight for her family, and whatever that looks like. She's learning to set boundaries, she's learning how to communicate, she's learning what things to have in her life and what things not to have in her life. And I know that that's difficult, I know that there are trials with that, but there also comes a lot of joy and a lot of pride and a lot of freedom. And just going along that journey with her and seeing her reach those points of feeling strong and feeling empowered has just been really cool to watch. And I don't think that a lot of women can say that, that they're an awesome teacher and an awesome mom and an awesome wife. But I think Lindsay encompasses all of those things, and on top of that, she's an awesome friend and an awesome daughter, and she's just really learning how to balance and overcome all of that.
The greatest thing I think Lindsay has overcome, and it's something she has to overcome every day, is being married to Brandon. I mean, that guy puts her through the ringer, but she does it, and she works it. Good job, girl. Work it. You can do it. Keep it tough.
Happy birthday, Lindsay. I love you.
Happy birthday, Lindsay!
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, sis.
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Lindsay! Happy birthday, Lindsay!
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Lindsay!
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Lindsay.
Happy birthday, Mama.